XRP warning. I've got a warning for the XRP holders out there. We got to be talking about this price action. We got to be talking about this huge liquidity event and why I'm a little spooked by it and where I think this market's going to be headed. So without further ado, welcome back to the Crypto Report. I'm Blacksea. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel now. Anything I say in this video is not financial advice. I am not a financial advisor. This is for entertainment purposes only. Let's hop into it. All right, guys, I'm going to start off with this tweet I made. Follow me at 333 Blacksea. I say, I am still baffled by the fifth largest cryptocurrency, XRP, losing over 67% of its value or losing $98.28 billion from its market cap in a flash crash. Moves like these should make you question everything. And I do feel that way. I'm not trying to doom and gloom here. I just want to be real with you guys. We're talking about a move. This wick was a flash crash, and we lost, based on the chart, 98, nearly $100 billion in the market cap. Right now, XRP is trading at 145, about 146 billion. I calculated that at about 146 billion, by the way. And we're back up here. Now, the question is why the reason why I'm saying you should question everything is because how did that really happen? And when you start to really dive deeper, you realize that a lot of the market making is a little bit phony. A little bit phony. I will just come out and say that. When it comes to these larger market makers, they can spoof the order books, and a lot of them are not worried about the law in their region or jurisdiction that they are, because they're out of jurisdiction of people that's against the law and out of their country, out of those jurisdictions, right? And I will say, though, that seeing that drawdown right here on XRP is the most diabolical out of all the other ones. I've seen some other ones that are pretty rough, but this is just diabolical to me because, and I'm looking at this on Coinbase, I believe. No, I'm looking, where am I looking at this at? Bitfinex? Yeah, Bitfinex, which has a decent amount of liquidity for XRP. Now, you know, sometimes you'll look at some of these, like let's look at Coinbase. Like Coinbase is only brought us down to $1.77, right? So if you measure this out from the top, I believe it's quite significant, about a 43% gain. But on some exchanges like Bitfinex, guys, you're talking about a 67% drawdown, and they have a lot of liquidity. And the question is, how did they do this? Well, there's obviously a lot of spoofing of order books when this happened, and obviously there's not as much liquidity as there is market cap, right? So when somebody limit order or market sells a couple $1 billion worth of a coin, or maybe $10 billion worth of coin, it can really make the entire market just go down. And you should be thinking about that when you're thinking about holding some of these coins for long periods of time. Now, listen, I'm a Bitcoin holder. I buy Bitcoin every single day. But I also am an altcoin trader. And I swing trade. That's what my specialty is. I've been trading crypto for over a decade. And I am very good at swing trading. And that's why I take profit along the way. And I'll hold coins for a year, 2 years sometimes. But really based all around the 4-year cycle. But regardless, the reason why I'm telling you guys this is a warning sign is because I think that when you look at this, when we do actually move into the bear market, I expect big moves like this. I expect more of this to play out because they did it once, they can do it again. The market makers make a killing when this happens. They make so much money, and the market makers make the most money when this type of move happens because they get those liquidations, they get those stop loss hunts, and they get those cascading stop losses, okay? And really, sometimes, like when this, for example, this time, a lot of those stop losses didn't get hit because it was cascading so fast that it was just liquidation after liquidation. And I just want to throw that out there, like, there's a time and place for leverage, guys. I'm a filthy leverage trader. I like to high leverage scalp. I like to lever up when I'm swing trading even sometimes. But there's a time and place for it. And when things get really, really volatile, it might be a better idea, not financial advice, I'm just telling you guys how I'm viewing this market, it might be a better idea to be a little bit more cautious when we're moving into potentially the last and final phase of this bull market cycle. And guys, I'll be honest, like I'm leverage trading right now. I'm short Crowcoin on a little trade on Blowfin right now. I'm up about $300 on it, and I'm short a lot of alts right now. And I was long Bitcoin, but I did get stopped out, and we're going to take a look at your Bitcoin as well. But all in all, we are kind of at the hands of Bitcoin, and it's a little bit of a precarious position, and we got to be talking about this. It's just like after you see this move, and we didn't V-shape right out of it, it's weakness to me. And it's a little bit concerning, so it's a little bit of a warning. Now, if you guys do want to trade, feel free to check out the pinned comment section or description box below. We have a 10% bonus on all deposits to BTCC, as well as up to 500x leverage if you guys want to do some high leverage scalping. Also, check out all the other awesome exchanges as well. I use all of them, so I can do multi-leg strategies. They're all affiliate links, helps for this channel, and there are a lot of lucrative bonuses, so it's a win-win for both of us. Check them out. Now, let's take a look here. Bitcoin's at 109,000. Bitcoin dominance 59%. Exclude stablecoins. 61, 62%, right? It's like a 2.5%, 3%, give or take, with the stables. It just made me think about how PayPal issued 300 trillion stablecoins by accident, and it makes you realize that also that's not real either, is it? The stablecoins. Pretty fascinating stuff. But I digress. That's a whole nother thing. We're not talking about that right now. But ETH can't stay over 4,000, and we're looking at this, and the overall market right now is quite fearful. Altcoin season is at 28. But everything's pretty red. XRP's down about 2.25 in the past 7 days, 2.5 in the past 24 hours. And now this is really the smoking gun to me. Why I'm so cautious and concerned for XRP and altcoins, because I was expecting the bounce off here. I longed the bounce off of the 200-day moving average, and we came up above 110,000. I said that looks good. Like, that's a good signal. But then we got rejected down, and I was expecting to test 110,000. What I was really hoping for was something like this, or something like this. I was really, really not wanting to see this, because this is just we couldn't even make it to 116,000, and this is a bull trap. And now we're back below, and we're retesting the 200-day moving average. And if we sit on the 200-day moving average for too long, this will start to spill over. The technicals will spill over, and really people will start to get a little bit bearish. I mean, people already are bearish. I'm a little bit bearish, to be honest, guys, but I want to just explain, like, look at the 4-hourly here. Like, we're already below the moving average, and the longer we stay below this, potentially we'll get a death cross and make people freak out even more. But all in all, death crosses usually, like, we've seen a few of them during the bull market, but usually you see them resolve to the upside. But if this is the final move of this bull market cycle, you will not for a year and a half, potentially, if you believe in the 4-year cycle. Now, I'm just a little bit cautious here. I was longing Bitcoin. Right now I'm not. I'm shorting a lot of altcoins. I'm biased, but I'm just putting my money where my mouth is, guys, all right? And I do think that there's a good chance we break down here, but I also want to say I still believe in the 4-year cycle, but there's no reason not to be at least giving the opportunity of putting it on the table that Q4 still can be bullish. I do think that Q4 can still be bullish. I do. And right now would be a perfect time to reverse, because everyone is saying it's over. Maybe even one more wick below this. But I will say, if we start closing above the 200-day moving average, my eyes are on 94,000. I think we come and tap that level. And then the next question is are we in a 4-year cycle or not? Because if we are in a 4-year cycle, then yeah, guys, like, that'll be a good buy area, but we'll probably be chopping around that area, maybe make our way down to, say, like, this region around here and even lower. Obviously, that's not the right thing I want to circle. I want to circle around 68,000. This area right here. Like, that area is an area of interest if we start to break down below 94,000. And if we go into a bear market, I do think that this area is an important area of interest, around 64,000. And that's something to be thinking about. But I do think that we could wick below this, and I do think that we could see a bullish Q4. There's a lot of things are up in the air right now. It's just this looks very bearish, but it wouldn't be the first time in a bull market where things look really bearish right before you see new all-time highs. So I know that I'm talking about a lot of different outcomes. I'm kind of sitting on the fence here, but we really are at a make or break moment. And we rejected off of 116,000. We couldn't quite make it there after bouncing off the 200-day moving average. So I am biased to the downside. I'm a bit bearish here. Maybe we can get another little bounce here, but I think that we're probably going to be setting up for a prolonged sideways and potentially a downside price movement. But guys, let me know in the comment section below. Are you bullish still? Are you short? Are you long? Do you think I don't know what I'm talking about? I want to know what you guys are feeling in this market when you guys think about XRP and the overarching market. But that's all I got. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel now. Check out all those my affiliate links down below. I'll see you next one. Bye-bye.